Hi, this is Hunter Bolding from That Hashtag Show, and today I'm here with Anvil, and we're here with Rob and Lips from the band, and we've got the re-release of Anvil, the story of Anvil, again, coming out later this month. And so, just for you guys played last night at the Saban Theater in Los Angeles. Just how was it playing last night in front of that crowd?
It was, it was actually a mind-blowing, epic experience, the whole thing. They had over 1,000 people there. The love in the room the energy was mind-blowing, actually. It was great. It was an Anvil experience. We haven't done one in quite a while. We used to do them 13 years ago, where the movie plays and the band plays after. It was fantastic. I don't know, at least more than half the audience was all new young people.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great, great experience. I think everybody took away from
it. So just for both of you, I guess, how is this, like, you guys were popular, and then the movie made you guys, back into the heavy metal royalty, really. How has the newfound popularity changed you, or has it not changed you guys, or whatever? It doesn't seem like it has, but seems like you guys are pretty down to earth still.
Yeah, no, we're still the same guys, and we go through this weird stuff where we suddenly realize, hey, we're famous. Like you're reminded of it. You're walking down the street and someone yells your name, and you're going, "Why? Who is that?" You think you know them, and then you realize, no, they know you. You don't know them. And then that comes from being famous, and you're not. We're still not used to it.
Yeah.
And I don't think we ever will be, really, to tell you the truth. It's pretty surreal.
Being humble off stage is a major rule.
Yeah, you got to.
Being a rock star on stage, yeah, that's where you're supposed to be that. But when you're off stage, be fucking humble. We are.
The best ones always are. So you guys, in the film and up until the film's released, you guys were a 4-piece, and then obviously your guitarist left and you played as a 3-piece last night. Just what is it like to do that? Because I know a couple months ago, Judas Priest was thinking about changing up and being a
well, the thing is about Anvil is that really it's always really been a 3-piece
mm-hmm.
with a rhythm guitarist. We never really. There was a period of time that the other guy played lead guitar, but it was insignificant because it wasn't very often,
mm-hmm.
especially live. We just never really had that aspect about the band to begin with. So the transition wasn't that big of a deal. And in real fact, all the bed tracks, everything we ever recorded was recorded as a 3-piece. So, it has the appearance of 4-piece, but in reality, it always has been really a 3-piece. So, yeah, it just became a burden more than it helped. So there's no point in continuing it on.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Our way.
That makes a lot of sense. So, like, since the movie's come out, you guys have done plenty of tours with, AC/DC, Saxon, Alice Cooper. What are some of your favorite bands that you guys have toured with since the movie has come out?
Well, certainly Saxon was great.
Yeah, that was a highlight. AC/DC was a highlight. I don't know. I don't really. I just enjoy it all. As time goes on, it's all like one thing.
It's all one thing anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You just play all cool bands and everybody's cool and you're getting. So I don't put so much significance on those type of things. It becomes all the same to that.
Very nice.
Yeah, there are more shows, more exposure, more.
Yeah, just more rock and roll.
So you guys have a new album that came out earlier this year. It was Impact is Imminent. And
right.
Did you guys' like songwriting process or anything change since the movie come out, or is it just always, Anvil's always been the same, sort of all about the music?
Well, our process has been pretty well the same. We just write albums, and go on the road.
The same thing. We're continuing.
Hmm.
We don't process hasn't really changed. The pandemic, I guess the process changed. We were forced into not working.
Hmm.
Couldn't go touring. So we had a lot more time to focus on writing songs and stuff. And we ended up writing Impact is Imminent during that period and recording the record. And we wrote the next album that's the follow-up to that has already been written also. So we did all that during the pandemic.
Oh, wow. Okay. So did you guys have to deal with any of the pandemic related stuff where people had to record parts across the country or whatever? Or were you guys all really around?
No, we broke the law and we got together.
We have our own rehearsal studio in Toronto, so yeah, we just did our own thing, and there's no cops to shut us down.
Well, that's the rock and roll in you guys.
That's it.
There was nothing to worry about. It's ridiculous. It's really, really ridiculous. You come off a tour bus to come home, and then now we're isolating from each other. We just came off a tour bus. You know what I'm saying? Why are we isolating from each other?
Exactly.
Stupid.
So the re-release is coming out September 27th in theaters, and you can check out more information on Anvil's website about it. Just what brought up the re-release? Have you guys wanted to do this, or have you guys wanted to do like a sequel or adding something to it?
We had nothing to do with any of it.
Okay.
Sasha, the director, he had all to do with it with Rick Krem, who's another executive. It was all they got. The story's out there. We can tell you the story fast, but the actual story of what to your question is out there. They just decided to show the movie to people, young people who've never seen it before, and one screening turned into 10 screenings over time, and some distributors ended up coming because the word of mouth on the movie started spreading, and they made a deal. Here we are. The movie's coming back. And they just told us about it. We embraced it. We didn't expect it. Nobody. This is unprecedented stuff that's happening.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, come on. The 10 Commandments didn't come out twice. There's not 20 commandments. You know what I mean?
Even the original Woodstock has never come out again.
You guys have toured with basically a who's who of everybody in heavy metal. Are there any bands out there that you think could use like some sort of rub, like how you guys got with the documentary, or is there a band out there that needs its own Anvil, the story of Anvil?
Well, sure, there could be possibly lots of bands, but it won't. We don't. I think that whole thing's been over. There's too many documentaries, I think. And you have to have a story to tell. There's a lot of things that make it effective. Otherwise it's just another movie about a band. Yeah,
there's plenty of that. Just because you have a movie doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be embraced. There's many bands, friends of ours that have made movies looking at the Anvil movie and say, look what it did for those guys. We'll let's do that too. And they didn't achieve any real success with it.
It's kind of hard to capture the sort of, because the movie is about heavy metal, but it's not really about heavy metal. It's more about your guys' awesome perseverance, people, relationships, and stuff like that. So I think that's the real reason why it's so awesome.
And built on emotions, not old facts and behind the music stuff.
Yeah.
Not the same kind of thing. Yeah.
Thankfully, we had Sasha to direct. In the hands of somebody else, it might have been some sort of poor behind the music knockoff or ripoff or whatever. So that'll do it. But make sure to go check out Anvil, the story of Anvil, again in theaters on September 27th. And listen to Impact is Imminent from Anvil, and make sure to look out for their new album, which they are working on right now.